Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a challenge video. It's a collaboration with my friend Vanessa from Vanessa Loves the Makeup. Vanessa reached out to me a couple weeks ago and asked me if I would be interested in collabing with her for a challenge video of a full face of makeup for $25 or less. And I was like, yes, I thought that was a great idea. I was very excited to do it. $25. If somebody hands you $25 to go to the store to purchase everything you need for a full face of makeup, do you think that would be easy or do you think that would be hard? Initially, I thought it would be very easy, but you're going to see when we get into this video how hard it is to get all the products for a full face for $25 spending limit. So if you are interested in seeing what products I chose, then keep watching. And also at the end of this video, I will insert a picture of Vanessa's finished look. Down below there will be a link to her channel, so don't forget to head over to her channel. So I'm going to hush talking and let's just jump right in, okay? Okay. Alright, so the first step would normally be primer, but not happening in this video, honey. Not happening. So actually what I've really been doing lately anyway is after I wash my face and put my moisturizer on, I have just been using my moisturizer for a primer. Anyway, for my foundation, I chose the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is $5, $4.99 at Walgreens. I know some places it's $5.99, but I looked up and got it for $4.99 at Walgreens, so I'm counting that as $5. I'm in the shade Soft Beige, and I'm going to be using my EcoTool sponge to apply this all over my face. I'm sure everybody has heard everything there is to mention about this foundation. It was a very big hit when it first came out a few months ago. Just taking the spatula and I'm just going to spread this all over my face. Then I'm going to blend it in and we'll be right back. Okay, so since I only had a $25 budget, I can't use any concealer. So what I'm going to do is, this is a very good buildable foundation. It's very easy to build. I'm going to apply just a little bit more foundation right here, just for a little bit added coverage. I'm just going to kind of use my foundation as if I had, as if it was concealer. Making sure to put it on my eyelids also, because we're going to use that for our eyeshadow base. Alright, so if you don't have like extreme black circles under your eyes, that it probably won't matter really if you don't wear concealer. I do have some pretty prominent ones right now, so hopefully this foundation will cover it good enough that it won't be too noticeable. So the next product that I am going to use, now you're going to see in this video, I had to improvise. So what I'm going to do next, I have never done this before and I hope that this works. I'm going to use, this is a $1 Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the shade Creme Brulee. Now this eyeshadow is one that I really like to set my eye primer down with after I have primed my eyes. But seeing how, there wasn't enough money to buy a powder to set my face, I'm going to try to just lightly dust that eyeshadow all over my face for a setting powder to set my foundation down. But first I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to set my eyelids. This is a more dense brush that I'm using right now rather than the one I'm going to use to spread this all over my face. This one's a lot more concentrated where I can get a certain area a little bit heavier. And now I'm going to go in with a more fluffier brush. This is my Luxie 514. This is a blush brush. And I'm going to dab it right in that eyeshadow as well. I'm going to kind of tap off. And then I'm just lightly going to brush this over my skin. I just want to try to set that foundation down a little bit. Especially under my eyes. I don't want that creasing and moving all over the place. You know, it's really funny what you can do when you're in a bind. Because when I started, you know, like my eyebrow pencil that I use, you know, that's like $21, you know, one product. And we get spoiled to these products. So, having to go down to a $25 budget for a complete face, you know, if you were in a pinch, it was a bit of a challenge. I'm not going to lie. Alright. There's just not enough money. It was such a challenge. I'm going to use, this is the Milani eyeshadow palette in Earthy Elements. This is $9. And the reason I chose this one, I needed a cheaper palette, but I needed a palette, I wanted to do a fall look. So I needed a palette that had some, not only fall tones, but one where I could use multitask with this. I'm going to use this orange shade lightly as a blush. I'm going to use this matte brown shade for my bronzer, and then I'm going to use this as my highlight. So I have those three face products in this palette, but I also can use it for an eyeshadow. So, clever thinking. The only problem is trying to get my brush down in these little bitty pans. So I'm just going to kind of squeeze my brush, and I'm using that same Luxie brush that I just used for that eyeshadow to set my face. I'm just going to dab it in there, and hopefully this will work out alright. And I'm just going to start rubbing that around the perimeter of my face to give my face back some color, just to warm things up a bit. It looks like it's actually working pretty well, so no complaints here. Lord have mercy. Hope all y'all are doing okay. That gonna work. So once again, I'm just gonna kind of dust that off. I'm going to use that and go into the matte orange, and I'm going to use that for a blush. This should be fun. It is a lot harder than it looks to get the brush down in there. Well, it definitely picked up some orange. I'm nervous. That's actually pretty, guys. I'm going to blend it out with that large brush, but that is really pretty. It looks a lot darker on camera than it does in the mirror. Oh well. That is really pretty. I love orange blushes, like in the fall for sure. Orange and like dark mauves. I'm nervous. I'm just lightly tapping it onto the apple of my cheek, just kind of depositing that color, and then sweeping it back here. Just kind of making sure I got it where I want it, and then I'll go blend it out with this big brush again. Alright, now for highlight. I have lost my highlighting brush. I don't know where it went. So I'm just going to use that same like little, it's got a slant, but it's the one I use to set my eye primer. I'm just going to use that for this highlight for now. I mean this eyeshadow. I'm dipping in this one right here. It's not really metallic. It's definitely a shimmery shade. And I'm just going to try that for highlight, see how that works. Well, it works just fine, honey. See it? Kind of blending it around a little bit. Well, that works perfect. It's actually a pretty highlight. Alright, so that is basically all we can do with the face because, well, that's all there is to do. Normally here I would spray my face with a setting spray, but guess what? We can't use one of those either. So we're going to move on. And next product is the e.l.f. brow pencil. I just mentioned this in my September favorites. If you guys watched that video, I just realized I've been looking over here the whole time at the viewfinder. So, Sally. But this is $3, and this is an amazing brow pencil. Alright, so I love this. I've used this to death. This is like my favorite at the moment. Brow pencil. So for $3, it's super cheap. It's super duper great. And I am going to do my brows. I think I'll do them off camera because my battery's dying, so I'm going to have to change my battery. So I'm going to change my battery and do my brows, and I'll be right back. Okay, so battery's changed. The brows are done. I swear, you guys, you got to get this brow pencil. It is awesome. I don't know where I put the lid, but anyway. Alright, so now it's time to do our eyes, and we're going to use that same Milani palette that we use for our bronzer, blush, and highlight. And we are going to create us a simple fall look. Oh. Alright, so to begin, I am going to go into that matte brown color that I use for my bronzer. I'm going to use that as a transition shade on my eye. Next, I'm going to go in with a smaller fluffy brush, like one that's a little bit more dense and a little bit more precise. That's the word I'm looking for. And I'm going to tap into that matte orange that we use for our blush, and I'm going to apply that one directly into our crease. And a little bit more. I am barely holding this brush when I'm blending that orange out into that transition shade. Like, barely holding it. With a very light touch. That is so pretty. I'm going to grab that large one that we used initially for the transition shade, and I'm just going to very lightly go over both shadows, like right there where they meet, just to make sure that they are blended together very well. Flicking my brush upward and outward, upward and outward, outward. Alright, so then I'm going to get a even smaller crease brush, little fluffy brush that is even more dense than the one we just used. I'm going to go back into that same orange shade, and I'm going to put it in the crease again, but instead of like blending this one out into the transition shade, I'm just going to kind of keep that one in the crease because I'm trying to get a little bit more darkness in there. Actually, let's go. Kind of blending this one down onto the lid rather than blending it up. If that makes any sense. Because I've already got the orange blended above the crease. Now I just want some dark for definition I mean, obviously you need to blend the top to blend it in a little bit, but focus mainly on blending it downward. Alright, next I'm just going to grab me a shader brush, and I'm going to go in the lid with the shade that we used for our highlight. Can't use no setting spray, so if this don't work, I'm going to lick my brush. You're going to see me lick it. And I'm just going to apply this to the lid. So it laid down pretty well, but I am going to go ahead and do my little trick, and I probably wouldn't recommend for you guys to do it, but it's your own brush, so you do whatever you want to do. I'm still going to and then stick it back in that shadow. See if I can get a little bit more pigmentation. There you go. We do. Hey, sometimes you just got to improvise. So there's that. Oh, okay, so next, this is what I'm going to do, improvising again. I'm going to use my brow pencil as an eyeliner. I'm going to put this in my lower waterline. I don't even know if it'll work. Okay, it's not wanting to go in the waterline, so I'm going to put it right at the edge of the waterline and the skin. Yeah, that worked a little bit. I've got to have eyeliner. If I don't have eyeliner, I'll look so, I don't know, I look different. Next, I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, and I'm going to dab it in that matte orange shade. Just a little bit, not too much. And we're going to blend the brown out with the orange. I'm loving the way this is looking. With that same pencil brush, I'm going to dab in that dark brown that we used to set the eyeliner. And I'm just going to put that right in the most outer portion of my eyelid. Connecting it to the lower lash line. I just like to deepen up that outer part of my eye because it adds so much depth and definition. I just think it looks really, really pretty. Taking that large fluffy brush that I put my transition shade on, I'm just very gently going to tap and kind of blend right there where the dark brown and that like champagne color that we had on the lid meet, just to blend those two together. Don't want no harsh lines. I'm going to use this shade right here to highlight my brow. Just tap it a couple times, tapping the excess off, and right underneath my arch of my brow, and then into the center, and just blending across. Alright, I need an inner corner highlight. I'm going to use the same one I used for my face highlight and on the lid, and I'm going to use that to brighten up this inner corner. Just applying it right there in the center. Okay, done with the eye palette. I'm wondering if I could get my brow pencil and just, yeah. I'm not going to be able to do this on camera, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my e.l.f. brow pencil and very, very close to my lash line on top, I'm just going to drag this across just to have an eyeliner to make my lashes look thicker. I'm not going to do a wing or anything like that. I just want a little bit of a darkness across that top lid, just to make some fullness at the base of my lashes. So I'll do that and I'll hop back on camera. Give me 1 second. So that's not the best eyeliner in the world. It doesn't show up too great, but enough that I'm satisfied with it. I don't know how long it's going to last, so we'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. Alright, so next is my mascara, and I chose the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, which is $5. So, I'm going to apply that, and I normally don't do this on camera either, but since I just went off camera and did the liner, I'll try to do my mascara on video, and I'll just speed it up so you don't have to sit here and watch 52 strokes. Alright, mascara is done. The only thing we have left to do to our face is lips. And I would rather not even put lips on, I think, than I have to put this color on. I don't know why I chose this color. This is not going to match at all. I was looking for a nude or something to match, and I don't know how I ended up with that. So, let me see if I can find something better. Hold on. Alright, so I can't find nothing in the budget. I'm allowed to go $1 over, and these Jordana sweet creams are $3, which will put me right at $26. So I kind of have to use the one. I don't want to use this pink one. I don't want to use this nude one because it's going to wash my face out because the eye look is not very bold, but I'm going to have to for the sake of this video. May fall in love, never know. So, this is the Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lip Color in the shade 23 Buttercream Frosting, and these are $3 at your local Walgreens. I have not worn a liquid lipstick in a hot minute, and I will just say, by putting this one on, I don't miss it at all. These Jordana ones, they're not my favorite. I mean, they're not bad. If you put a lip balm on under them, they're a lot more wearable, a lot more comfortable, but it's not in budget to wear a lip balm, so I can't. So I'm just going to have dry, yucky lips all day. Alright, so this is a finished look that I came up with. As you've seen, it was a lot more complicated than I thought. I went back and forth with so many items that I would take one out and I was going to lose my mind because I just couldn't get all the steps in for $25. And I finally just come up with, let's find a palette, let's use it for several different things, and that's what saved the day in my case in this challenge. Vanessa, this was a great idea. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I cannot wait to collab with you again. So don't forget to head over to Vanessa's channel and show her some love. Let her know that I sent you over. And if you made it to the end of this video and you're from Vanessa's channel, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you've seen, subscribe to my channel and hit that like and notification. So yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.